What is up, everybody? My name is Andrew Mencher, and this is the Wisdom in Sound Show. It is my aim to bring you some information that will help you in your journey as a musician or creative individual in digital media. We live in an interesting time, to say the least, so if you're not already on social media, what are you doing? But yeah, so this show aims to bring you obviously some information. I interview musicians and other creative types that are already doing their thing and able to give us some solid ideas from what they've already experienced. So hopefully you'll gain something out of what you're hearing. If you do, please give me a 5-star rate and review on iTunes. You can search Wisdom and Sound in your podcast app. I know every iPhone has one, so if you can do that for me, I would really appreciate it. Let me know. I will give you a shout out on the show and, of course, return the favor in any way that I can. I always accept music submissions, so if you have any, please send them over. I'm always looking to expand my collection of music, so it could be any genre. You could send them to my email, andrew@wisdomandsound.com, and that's what's up. Today, I have two special guests on. Their names are Hannah and Annie. Check them out on Instagram. Hannah plays keys and Annie plays guitar. You can also check their YouTube channel. It's Hannie Plays. That's HANNIE Plays. So check them out if you don't know them yet. They are amazing, to say the least. They came across my Instagram feed, and what they're doing can speak for itself, so definitely check that out. I do want to mention in the episode we speak about them doing a video on a rooftop, which is pretty killer. You should also visit that on their YouTube channel. The video is called Redface, but in the video there's a clarinet player. He goes by the name of Giacomo Smith, and I forgot his name in the episode, but I did want to give a shout out to him. He's an amazing musician, and if you want to check him out, you can just do a search on Google, Giacomo Smith. I believe that's his website as well. So I'm really excited to have these girls today, and we're just going to get right into it. So ladies, what is up?
Hi.
How are you guys?
Yeah, really good. Thanks.
Good. Thanks for taking the time to interview with me.
No worries at all.
Cool. So how did you guys meet each other? How did you get started with this whole thing?
So we met at uni 3 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago. We put in the same class. Just became friends immediately, I guess, and played a lot together. And eventually moved in together. And yeah, moved to London. And we did session work. So I played for different people and had just all our instruments in the living room. And one day we were like, why don't we just do a fun video together, just for fun? So that's what we did. About, I don't know, a couple of months ago, not too long. Last summer, I guess. And yeah, people really, really liked it. And we got so much great feedback from it. So we kept doing it. And yeah, this is how it all kind of came together. It was very unplanned.
Yeah, it seems like it. You guys were trained, though. You've been playing instruments all your lives?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We both started when we were like 6, I think.
So, Annie, you started with guitar?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Got you. And did you just pick it up, or did you get formal training?
No, I was sent to lessons every week. Yeah.
Okay, so you're 6 years old, and your mom or dad says, hey, let's get you playing guitar.
Pretty much.
Wow. And did you have any resistance to that?
Not at first. I definitely went through a stage like, oh man, like, I don't want to go to my lessons. And my mum was like, well, tough shit. And I'm glad she did. I'm glad she never let me stop.
Yeah, totally. It seems a little untraditional to put your 6-year-old into a guitar class right away.
Maybe, yeah. I guess, I don't know, I think quite a few of my friends were like kind of having trumpet or, I don't know, piano or some kind of lessons. And my mum learnt guitar when she was younger, so I guess, and she always said that she wished her mum never let her quit. So I guess she was like, I'm not gonna let my kid quit.
That's awesome, man. Such good guidance. And your parents still play a huge role in your...
Yeah, no, massively. They're really supportive.
Right, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say. And Hannah, same with you. You said you started playing keys when you were 6?
Yeah, basically the same. It was just really normal. I feel like probably all of my friends were the same piano teacher, just like 2 minutes down the road. And we all had lessons, my sister as well. And I just really, really loved it. I think I played it like just every day for hours, and I just had so much fun playing. And I think when I was 9, I really begged my mom to get violin lessons as well. Yeah, I was just loving it, I think.
Very cool. So you guys are in school now?
No, we have finished. Finally, I don't actually know why. It was only 2 years, so that's why we were like finished early.
Very cool. Was it a 4-year degree?
No, it was 3 years, but basically we have holidays, so we did it in 2 years.
Got you. And what kind of degree did you get?
Music performance, BA.
Got you. Okay. What are you looking forward to doing with your performance degree?
Well, initially we wanted to do session work and musicians and tour and everything like that, and we moved to London and kind of did that for a year, and then now this happened, and at the moment we're focusing on getting an EP together.
Yeah, it's actually really exciting because we're writing every day now, and we're writing some great songs. At least I think that. I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and looking to release them in the next month. So that's gonna be really exciting. I hope people are gonna like it, because currently everyone's just listening to our loops and our little short clips, and this is gonna be actual songs with vocals on it and full production. So it's gonna be a bit different, but
So this is going to be your first record. You guys have only done loops and
Yeah.
things like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just loop.
Yeah. And are you going to take some of the music that you've already done and you're going to create it into a full song?
Yeah, kind of. So we've done a little bit of that, but we're also doing completely new stuff. Like, it's a similar vibe to the loops, but it's like a bit dancey, poppy, but it's got vocals on it, and it's like got a structured song.
Right. Do you consider yourself pop?
yes.
Yeah, what we do individually, like we both love jazz and are like, like trained musicians. Like we had to kind of study everything, but
Right.
when it comes to what we want to make and what we want to put out, we want it just to be like fun and pop and like everyone can relate to it kind of thing.
Right. Absolutely. Who are some specific artists that inspire your sound?
Oh, loads. Like our sound or our style, like two super different. So playing wise, I love jazz players like George Benson or John Scofield.
Robert Glasper. Ooh, I love Scofield too. Snarky Puppy. Who else?
gosh.
Wolfpack. They're great. Actually, yeah.
Sick.
I love them.
That's awesome. Do you guys listen to a lot of hip hop music as well?
Maybe we do, but I wouldn't say like we go searching for it.
Gotcha.
We'd listen to it, but yeah.
Do you recommend anything we have to check out?
Well, you know what? To be honest, I have gotten into a lot of UK hip hop, but yeah, there's a group I've been listening to called Task Force for a while, and I think he's still out there. This guy Chester P. I'm sure you could check him out, and he's actually doing really good things. Like he's helping with the homeless and raising money. Yeah, it's really cool. So,
Great.
Yeah, totally. But that's cool. I only asked because I know that there is like a thriving hip hop scene in London. So
Yeah, definitely.
right, cool. How is the scene though, generally speaking, as far as music and arts goes? Is there something that you can go out every night and get involved in or perform or see a new act?
Yeah, definitely. There's loads of venues around. You just gotta kind of go there. But there's like loads of magazines that tell you what's going on, and
I feel like there's something going on every night, and if it's not a gig, then it's a jam night or.
Is that how you linked up with the producers, or I guess the cinematographer for the video you guys just did on the rooftop?
That was a friend of us, actually. That was our next door neighbor and really good friend, which is great. But usually, actually, we get a lot of people funnily contacting us via Instagram.
Right.
That's how we mainly get together with like other producers or photographers and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's mainly through Instagram.
Or you.
Right, yeah. Have you guys ever been over in the States?
Yes, we have. We actually went to Berkeley in Boston
Okay, recently?
to study like 2 years ago.
Yeah. 2000. Yeah. Summer 2015.
Yeah.
And you both went together?
Yeah.
Wow. Very cool. So now is it, you guys are pretty much like, we're partners, man. Like wherever you go, Hannah, I'm going.
Prime, absolutely.
Yeah, it's just nice as well. Like, I really wanted to go. My friend told me about it. Was like, you have to go. It'll be amazing for you. You'll learn so much. And then I was like, man, I really want to go. So I told Hannah, and I was like, let's do it. Let's go. Like, and it's quite nice to like have someone that you can go with. At least you know one person out of the couple of thousand who's there.
Yeah, true. Especially being in a new place for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Literally don't know anyone or anything.
We didn't actually end up to have a single class together. I don't think.
No.
You meet so many people there, and everyone is just super friendly and loves music too, so that's great.
Did you link up with anybody that you've done any videos with or any music while you were here?
Not whilst we're here. To be honest, I think we met maybe 3 people who are from England.
Oh, wow.
The rest were like all over the world, which is so cool. And we still see loads of them. Actually.
Yeah, we're still in contact with quite a few, which is awesome.
Right?
We haven't
Yeah.
actually done any collabs with them, but
Maybe
hopefully.
we will. Maybe
Yeah,
we will.
actually, no, I actually might.
Soon enough.
We see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. So what does your typical day look like?
We wake up and we either go to a session or we have a session at our flat or we go to a studio and we write all day pretty much. And then we come back in the evening. Sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's 10.
Yep.
And then we either do some loops or we practice or we do some production or we reply to emails.
Sure.
Yeah, pretty much. Like every hour is full of doing things.
Right.
There's no downtime.
I hear you. Do you consider this a business?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Now, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously your time's valuable, so you got to eat, you got to pay rent and all these things. Is your music financing all of this for you?
Yeah, basically. So when we moved to London, we were doing session work,
Mm-hmm.
like basically all the time. So
Makes
we
sense.
both and then also obviously whilst you're doing that, you're not really spending. So we saved up. So now we're like we're good for a little while, and we're able to make it work.
Yeah, that's
basically.
crucial. So I hear you say session works. You must be on a lot of different records then.
Yeah, it was mainly live. There was a
Okay.
few sessions, but it was mainly live stuff.
Got you. Okay, so an artist would call you and say, "Hey, Annie, I want you to play guitar. Learn these 10 songs."
Yeah, exactly like that.
Got you. Very cool.
Yeah, it was really good fun.
Have you turned a lot of people down?
Recently we've had to, which is crazy because like we'd have dreamed of the gigs that we're getting offered like like a year ago. We'd have jumped on it right away.
Yeah.
We're like, man, it's so cool. It's so hard to say no, but we really want to make this work, and we can't go away for 6 months if we're gonna make this work, kind of thing.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's cool. So your focus now really is on, I'm assuming you're always going to do session work and collaborations if you can, but it seems that your main focus is on your guys' thing now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Kind of hoping it will go in the direction that we maybe won't have to, and we can just do our thing.
Yeah. What kind of challenges do you see yourself facing?
Oh God, loads. I think every day's a challenge. Like writing good songs and stuff.
Yeah, first of all, we want to write some really good songs, and we're definitely both, I think, really picky with it. So we will hold off until we've got something which we 100% sure we want to show and share with people.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess after that, the next challenge is gonna be getting that whole project live. Live setup is gonna be
That's
gonna
gonna
be
be
a massive challenge.
that's gonna be a big thing. Yeah,
Yeah, but it's gonna be great. We have to like
it's gonna be fun. Yeah.
have a really cool setup, and yeah, and then see where it goes from there.
Do you plan on touring?
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but that's definitely the plan.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah, for sure.
Once we got our EP released, then and have enough songs to fill a set, then we're
Gotcha.
definitely gonna try and take it on the road.
You have to find it within yourself to be like, oh, we're ready to take this, but I bet you could take what you kind of got now and do like a loop session and let that run for like 15 minutes and it'd probably be awesome.
Yeah, we could, no, for sure. I just think like when we're taking it live, or when we start to release stuff, the live stuff will definitely have some like loops incorporated in it, and like triggers and stuff. But
Right.
we want to take it a little bit more, like, I don't want to say mainstream, but a little more like song-like.
Got you. Yeah, a little more structured.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. When you do the loops, though, how do you come up with that? Is it just like it off the spur of the moment, like Annie, oh, I got this guitar riff, and then Hannah's like, oh, let me play this keyboard, and then all of a sudden you start going off into a tangent?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep.
How it happens. I mean, that's exactly how it happened at the beginning. We were just like completely just went with it. Now it's a little bit more like we kind of sit down and one of us has an idea and we figure out parts and we kind of have an idea of what we're going to do before we do it, kind of thing.
Got you.
We only did covers, and now we basically only do originals. So I feel like we should do a cover again. That used to be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of changed a little bit in that way.
Right. Okay. And then the difference between that kind of style and what you're doing with the EP, do you sit there and you're like, okay, we got to write these songs and like have a writing session and lyric sessions?
Basically, yeah. So it's like, it's always a bit different. It kind of depends on the people who are in the session, but usually we just come up with a chord progression or a riff or something, and if the vocalist or top liner likes it, or producer or whoever, then we just put it down and start putting more stuff down and start writing the melody and the lyrics. So it's like a process, but it's always really like, yeah, it's fun. Everyone kind of bounces off each other.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the beauty about, just being a musician and being around so many talented people that you can bounce those ideas off of each other.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's great because currently we're in the session with so many different people. So we met so many different producers and top liners recently. And everyone has a different approach and everyone knows different things. So we learn a lot at the moment about songwriting and production and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
That's great. Well, I do want to play some of your music for everybody right now. This song is called Three Stripes, and it really doesn't do justice to what these girls are doing live, so you should check out their Instagram as soon as you can. Again, it's at Hannah Plays Keys and at Annie Plays Guitar. Otherwise, sit back and enjoy. So does your degree or any of the training that you've had in school teach you about all those elements of songwriting, music theory, obviously performance?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've both kind of like had music theory and all of this from young. So it's like, it's natural for us.
Right.
Also, we're geeky when it comes to music theory. We're actually these people who sit down just with the real book and study the chord progressions.
Right.
And
Literally.
we're very strange now, but it's so interesting. And but apart from this, we also had like songwriting at uni and production classes and all that. But still, I feel like there's still so much more for us to learn.
Oh,
there's
gosh.
only so much they can teach you, and
Yeah.
you have to actually do it to get where you want to go. And you can never stop learning.
I agree. I was reading something today. It said formal education stops, but self-education never stops.
Yeah, it's so true. So true.
Totally, especially with the internet nowadays and like, trying to get the music out there and understanding the marketing side and the business side, it's a whole nother animal.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting because we weren't. I wasn't. I was interested in the music business, but didn't really get my head around it so much. Like during uni and afterwards when I was doing sessions, and now that we're actually in it, it's so interesting. We talk to so many different people, and the whole music industry, like the business side, is super complicated, but at the same time, so it's great to get your head around it and understand how everything works with all the deals, like the publishing deals and label services and all that. There's so many different streets you could go down, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that makes it so interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot of wheels, a lot of different departments, if you will.
Absolutely,
Oh
and
gosh,
I
yeah.
feel like we really want to be on top of everything. So
Right,
it's so easy to get screwed over, I guess.
right, right.
This cannot happen. So we have to be on top of it. And it's also really interesting. So that
Yeah,
helps.
to say the least, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. How did you end up building your Instagram following so big? Was there a secret to it?
There's literally zero secret.
Yep.
We do ourselves. I
Or
think
if there's a
it's
secret, we don't know it.
Right.
I think it's been mainly for the beginning, it was pages like pick up jazz and talented musicians and guitars daily and things like that that already have loads of followers kind of featured us.
Gotcha.
And we didn't know they were doing it at first, and then we were like, "What the hell's happening?" And then we figured it out. We were like, "Oh, okay, this makes sense." Um, yeah, it was crazy. And then I think like the more followers you have, the more it grows because you start to come up on people's search pages, and people just see more of you, I guess.
Right.
But literally, there is zero trick. We we don't know ourselves. We
Right.
just put those up, and people somehow seem to see them, and it's amazing.
Right. Yeah. I think there's something to say about authenticity,
Yeah, for sure. I think massively. Like, you've got to be a bit different, else people aren't going to be interested.
And
Totally.
fun. I think people can see that we're having fun,
Yeah,
which
definitely.
is good.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, that's really what caught my attention. I think I saw you guys on Talented Musicians or one of those I Am Talented. And then who else? I found Elise Tro too through you guys, I think.
Yeah, she's super cool.
Yeah, and that's funny because she's in San Diego, I think.
Yeah, she is, yeah.
Yeah, have you guys ever met in person?
Nope.
No, I hope
Right.
we will one day.
Yeah, I hope so.
How did that come about with that video? I know that she did drums on one of those loops with you. You just contacted her and said, "Hey, you want to get in on this?"
We've spoken a few times before, just on Instagram. And then she messaged me being like, "Hey, love what you do. Do you guys want to do a collab?" So we did.
That's perfect. Obviously she videoed herself, you guys videoed yourselves, but
Yeah.
then who did the actual editing to put them together?
We did that.
Okay, got you. So you guys don't have a team, or I know you're saying you were talking to a manager, but do you have anybody behind your group, if you will?
We have some people who are really helping us out,
Okay,
who, like really believe and are investing their time, which is
right,
amazing. And kind of getting us in with people. But no, everything, like, we want to do as much as we can until we can't do it, until kind of we don't have the time to do it, kind of thing. Yeah, for sure.
I follow a lot of like entrepreneurs and inspirational kind of people. There's one guy, Gary V. I don't know if you heard of him.
No,
No.
who's he?
Okay, his name's Gary Vaynerchuk, and originally he had like a wine company, but he built the wine company to like $60 million or something. But then he started his own media company, and one thing he said was that, you know, all these stars or people that have fans that look up to them and they're like, oh, sort of star shocked or whatever, they take that, absorb that, right? But they never kind of give back to the fan to say, oh, hey, I'm a real person, or to take the minute and hit them up on the Instagram to say thank you for supporting me, or hey, I really like your comment or whatever. And he said that's what's going to separate you guys. And I think you already understand that.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. For sure. I think it's really, yeah.
Have you reached out to a lot of fans and just randomly like, hey, I saw your comment, thank you so much?
Yeah, totally. Like everyone, I mean, it's kind of impossible, but we reply to as many people who message us as we can, for sure. As many of them as possible. And yeah, if people ask us a question on our comments, we'll like always reply if we can. If they ask what pedals I'm going through, I'll always tell them. Like if they ask for some books that they can study from, yeah, for sure. We always do that as much as we can.
Yeah, and we're just normal people. Like, there's nothing about us, and everyone who messages us is like exactly the same as us, and it's just nice to speak to people. And to be fair, I think we've actually met like some really, really cool people over Instagram. Like, even some people now that here in London that we are best friends now
Yeah.
messaged us a couple of months back on Instagram, and yeah, and we're now really good friends, and we had some great collabs through that and met some great producers and stuff. So this is great. This is why I always check my messages and always answer to people, because you never know, you know?
Yep. So what other abilities do you think, besides your music skills, have contributed to your success so far?
Oh my God. I would say it's definitely 90% the playing, what we're doing. I think the fact that people can just see, or at least I hope, and I think that people can see that we're like 100% genuine playing, love, like, and we're just having fun. I think that's a massive thing. I do think it helps, as much as I don't want to admit it, that we're girls in the music scene.
Right.
On our courses at uni, we were like the only girl instrumentalists,
Wow.
which is crazy. So I mean, it helps to an extent. I mean, obviously, if we couldn't play, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing.
Yep.
But I do think we've had a boost from the fact that we're girls and can play.
Right. Yeah, for sure. What do you do on the days that you're not feeling inspired? Or do you even have those days?
Oh man, I honestly can't. I mean, you get some days where you just like you've got a bit of block, or like
You just can't write.
you can't write. But I mean, if you can't write, you can always practice.
Practice, yeah.
Like,
Right.
That's it. We can just, even if you feel like, okay, there's literally nothing creative coming out of me right now, you can just literally sit down and practice your bebop scales, or get a book and play some sheet music and stuff, or whatever, or, and you still do something creative, actually. So it's not always writing. Sometimes you just need to practice. And actually, we love practice. I love practice.
I could sit down on our days that we don't have anything on, and we do loops. And when we're like, okay, like we've got a lot done, we'll just sit down and practice.
Right.
We're kind of losers in that way.
Not at all, man. I'd say you guys are winners, if anything, for that. One of my teachers always said, it's like you always hear practice makes perfect, but they always say perfect practice makes perfect.
Yeah, too true. Too true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So like anytime you practice, how do you approach it? Do you say like, this is the goal today, I'm going to accomplish this X, Y, and Z?
To be honest,
but I wish I was like that, actually. But often I just sit down at the piano and start playing, and then I'm like, oh, I really feel like playing Hiromi, for example. So I get the book out and start playing that. Or then I just feel like improv, so I get the rework out. It's kind of really spontaneous, but I wish actually I would follow. I have a really great practice plan, which I once did, and which is so good. I wish I would follow it more. But
I would say I normally sit down and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do some technique, or I'm going to learn this song, or I'm going to learn this, or I'm going to run through some voicings, or I normally sit down with an idea of what I'm going to do. Sometimes it changes. And it's like, I'm a true believer of like, you shouldn't sound good when you're practicing. If you're practicing and you sound good, you should not be practicing that.
It's like the same idea as like you should always be the worst member of the band kind of thing.
Right.
Like you've got to do things that you can't do currently, else you're not going to get better.
You can't be in your comfort zone. You have to kind of get out of your comfort zone to actually get better.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I know you said you're going to start working with a manager. Are you currently working with somebody, or you're looking to?
So we're currently working with like a couple of managers.
Okay.
We have kind of decided on a specific one. We're kind of at the moment keeping it open, seeing who we work best with. At some point in the like nearish future, next few months maybe, hopefully we'll find someone who we really get along with. If we don't, whatever, we'll keep doing it ourselves. But
Right.
yeah, we're talking to quite a few at the moment, so we just
Some great people actually who
yeah,
do us so many favors, and we're extremely thankful for that.
yeah, massively.
Yeah, some really, really cool people.
How do they approach you? Do they say, "Hey, we'll give you a cut. Like if I could sell you or something, I'll cut you off of whatever sales, or pay me up front, and I'll shop you guys." How does that work?
Not at all, to be honest. None of them have mentioned money at all to us. Basically, how it works is once you actually decide on one and you do a contract with them, they then take 20% of your earnings. So if you don't earn, they don't earn.
Got you.
But that's only once you've signed a contract, and you'll always have like a trial period of at least kind of 4 to 6 months before you do that.
I see. And would that be 20% off of everything that you sell, or just what you specify in the contract?
It can depend. You can have various contracts. Like
Gotcha.
yeah, it depends. Normally it's
That's
everything.
everything. But then
Yeah.
we could like say, okay, we've got this agent doing this kind of certain job, so you're not gonna get anything of this because our agent is gonna get
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
So it's always like you can basically just adjust the contract to whatever works best for it, like is best for the business, I would say.
Gotcha. And how do you approach people that want you to do session work or collaborations? Do you say, "Oh yeah, we'll do it, but we want to get paid, X amount of dollars," or
Not at all. At the moment, we like if we like them and if we like them, we'll absolutely do it. Like
Got
it
it.
just we love it. No, like we don't kind of money wise. And like it's kind of like not really on our minds at the moment. We just want to make music and put it out there. And once we've got an EP, that's when money can start to come in.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, we don't want. I mean, session work, yeah, of course, if we're playing for an artist, then there's always fees and things like that.
Sure.
But not if we're doing something for our project with someone else, then no, it's all mutual, benefits both parties kind of thing.
Right, right. And same way with I didn't get his name, but the guy who played the clarinet in the rooftop video.
Like, honestly, one of probably the best musicians in the world. He's absolutely amazing.
Yep.
He's known everywhere.
He's a good friend of ours. We met him like a year and a half ago. He lives just down the road of us and has this like tiny little jazz bar called Kansas Smitty's, and we just walked into it and met him, and it's incredible. There's the most amazing jazz musicians down there, and so he became a really good friend, and we asked him if he would be up for doing some collaboration. And then he whacked out this incredible solo on our track, and we were blown away, and yeah, totally loved it. He's insane.
Yeah. Really good. I mean, from every element, from the video, cinematography to the music, the audio recording, everything was like right on point.
Amazing.
How did you get into the venue? Did you have to get permits or ask for permission?
So
we were super lucky.
Yeah, we were for ages because we wanted to get like a kind of like a warehouse space, and there's lots of great places around London, but they're extremely expensive and booked out and stuff. So there's like just around the corner from where we live actually this cool place called Truman Brewery, and it's like this super brewery. They have lots of events there, like fashion events and exhibitions and stuff. It's a massive complex, and they have a massive roof terrace, like no, just rooftop really, where there's like 2 warehouses on top. And so I just contacted them, and they did us a great deal because they also saw what we did and really liked what we did and what we had in mind. And so yeah, we got to use the roof for a day.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw it in the video, so that was just like
That was
maybe
just one room.
That was just one room. That was maybe like a third of the whole place.
Okay.
Or
It was
probably
insane.
less than a third. It
Right.
was massive and the most amazing view. And
Yeah. How many people were in that crew, in the production crew for that?
yeah, maybe
I reckon there was 6 or 7.
Yeah.
in It was cool, and it was kind of like not as weird because we did know a few of them because
Okay.
our friend and old next door neighbor who owns the business and was doing the camera and everything. So we kind of had met some of his like business partners before. But it was still crazy. There was still like people there with like clothes all over the floor, deciding what we were gonna wear.
Great fun.
It was
they put
so much
much
fun.
effort in it, and we're like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're so happy that they did all this for us. And I mean, it turned out amazing. So they're just great at their job.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah, indeed. No, they hooked you up with some killer shoes, Hannah. So
Right? They killed me, though. I mean, like the 2 days afterwards, I could barely walk.
I bet.
I think they were in size too small for me.
That's awesome. Hey, you do whatever it takes, right, to get the shoe.
Funny.
Do you guys have any plans to come to the States anytime soon?
I'd love to.
I hope so. There's not like definite plans.
Yep.
But I'm hoping this year we'll be out there for sure.
I'm hoping so too.
Cool.
I think we can definitely. If the plan goes to plan,
Yep.
then we will come out to the States.
Yeah, at least for sessions and stuff.
Right, okay. I was going to say, so what are your plans for 2017 besides the E EP?
Ooh. Literally mainly at the moment is our EP.
Yep.
Go like take it live, gig,
Got it.
and maybe get a good support slot, hopefully. And then yeah, off we go.
Yeah. Meet as many people as possible. Get involved in lots of things all around, like creative projects and stuff. Yeah. And
Very
do
cool.
some love. I don't know. I
Hopefully get like just yeah, to be honest, just tour, go live, tour, take it live.
Yep. Just take it as far as you can go, huh?
Yeah.
Literally yes.
Very cool. Well, thank you again, you guys. Really appreciate your time.
absolutely,
Yeah,
yes.
amazing.
Have a great rest of your day.
All right. Yeah, you too.
Yes.
you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure. You guys, if you found value in what you heard today, please subscribe and share this with your friends and family. I don't do this for money. This is strictly my passion, so hopefully you hear that come out of the episodes. But if you can, rate and review a 5-star on iTunes, I would really appreciate it. Again, I really am thankful for you being here and checking out the show. I always want to hear your feedback, so if I'm doing something that you want to see improved, please let me know. If there's something that I'm doing good, I would also like to know about that too. So get at me. It's Andrew at wisdominsound.com. And yeah, I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, my name is Andrew Mencher, and this is Wisdom in Sound.